Hi guys and welcome back to the channel. I'm here with Chalky. He's just chomping on some hay because he's already had a bath. We are heading to Eland Lodge tomorrow for the one-day event. We're jumping the 80. We were going as a team, but now there's only two of us going, so we're jumping as individuals. It looks like it's going to be a jam-packed day. There's so many people competing. Our times are 10:15 for dressage. So it's probably going to be an early start, which is why he's already bathed. I did also have a little helper this morning because my little cousin is here with obviously a family from Australia. Well, it's like my second cousin. She's here with my cousin anyway, their dad, blah, blah, blah. They're home from Australia. We went to a wedding and she was dying to see the horses. So she came, she had a little sit on Frankie, and we did some like lead rein, just walk and halt. She loved it. She was nervous to begin with, and then she was like, I don't want to get on Chalky, he's too big. And by the end she was like, oh, I might just get on him. So she got on. I should probably be really excited about tomorrow because we've been there. There's nothing out at Eland Lodge that I should be worried about. The course is the same. So I know number 6 is going to be my nemesis, and I really need to ride and push on forward for number 6 this time so we don't get that horrible stride and don't really lose me. But we've just had such a jam-packed couple of weeks. There's loads going on at home, and I'm going to be brutally honest with you guys. I tried to film a vlog this week, a grid work vlog, and the Pivo let me down big time. It literally only got the walk and trot of me warm-up, no canter. And that was it. Didn't get any of the jumps. I don't know what I'm doing with the settings, but I just can't get to grips with it. So that didn't go to plan, and I'm going to be honest, I would have liked to actually get all the footage for it because it will prove that not every session goes to plan. It was a really, really rubbish grid work session. I felt like poles were just flying left, right and centre. And I'm just hoping that it was a one-off and he's feeling up to going on Sunday. And if we get there and he doesn't feel up to it or he doesn't feel right, then I will actually just load him back in the trailer and come home, because he is more important and he's too precious to run if he's not feeling his best. So yeah, I feel like at the minute there's a big weight on my shoulders. Now I'm worried about jumping him because we had that much of a crap session. Do you know what? It probably wasn't even him. He was probably like, Mum, what are you doing? Because I'm not with it at the minute. So much going on in this little tiny head of mine that I was probably riding like a bag of crap. So yeah, he's bathed anyway. My little helper this morning helped me. He's got his dry rug on. I've just been to the shop and bought some green washing up liquid because we've still got some yellow stains that are too stubborn, and even purple, blue, shampoo, you name it, are not getting out. So I'm going to plait them up, and then I'm going to try and get these stains out. It might have to be a leg wash now and then a leg wash in the morning, but we are going to be leaving here about 6:30. Because I know I've seen the course, I know I've walked it before, but I want to walk it again, and I want to walk the show jumping all before my dressage, and I have plenty of time because last time we went there I didn't have enough time to warm up and the dressage was horrendous. Wow, I said all that so quick. So let's get plaiting up and then hopefully get rid of some of these yellow stains. At least he can always put a smile on my face, that's one thing I can say. I can't fault him. I really can't. He tries his best for me no matter what situation he's in, whether he's not feeling his best, whether I put him on a crappy stride, whether the striding for the distance isn't right, whether he doesn't understand what I'm asking him. He always tries, and you can't knock a horse for that, can you? So yeah, let's get plaiting up. Well, that's them all plaited. I'm not really sure what's going on with this one. It's not even centre. I wish they were all as perfect as this one. He's not looking too shabby, to be fair. Hi, handsome. There's the legs. They're not too bad. I am going to rewash them, but was a treat. Good morning, guys, and welcome to event day. It's about 20 to 6, and that slurping in the background is Chalky eating his breakfast. He didn't get the memo about keeping the plats in or staying clean because the other side of his face is green, so the washing up liquid's coming out. I've just replatted those plats. They're not very good while I was waiting for his breakfast to soak. We're just gonna roll with it because I can take them out once the dressage is done, so yeah, whatever. I opted for a fresh no makeup look because I wanted an extra 20 minutes in bed, and now I'm thinking, wow, we should just put some makeup on because my eyes are so puffy. But while he is eating his breakfast, I'm gonna get the rest of the stuff loaded in the car and put a net in, and then I am gonna have to obviously give him a little sponge down, and then I'll put his dry rug on to travel him, so we'll be dry by the time we get there, and then we'll be on our way. I've got about 45 minutes to play with, which is plenty, and I'm on my own until I get there because the lovely Lindsay is coming to give me a hand because Adam's taking Harper to a birthday party. So yeah. I am here. I've walked the show jumping. I'm just walking to the start box so I can check the time, and then I'm going to quickly walk around the course. I'm already out of breath, and I've walked from front to two to the start box because I cut through the fields. I'm so unfit. So yeah, I'm not going to show you every fence because you've seen it in a previous vlog, but I am going to show you any fences that I'm concerned about or anything that I think, oh, that's interesting. But yeah, Lindsay's having a bit of a mare with her car, so I don't even know, God love her, if she's going to make it here. Don't know how much of a vlog we'll get. She's trying. They are jump starting the car, and I might have to jump start her to get her home, but I said to her, honestly, don't stress, like, you just get sorted. So yeah, if needs be, I'll wrangle a stranger to hold the camera for me for at least the dressage and the show jumping. So this is our course. It's 5 minutes 12. So this is like the real first question at Eland Lodge course, and last time we jumped up this horrendous, which meant we jumped down it horrendous, and it's a bigger drop than it looks because it's got the ditch there to then the dreaded number 6. So thankfully they have changed our number 6. It's slightly dropped to one side. I think last time, no, we didn't jump that. Did we jump this? Must have been. It just doesn't feel that big this time. It is still big, but if I come to this side of it and kick on, should be okay. Or I can jump the alternative, which is this, but then that means you've got to come around to this, which is going to obviously be costly on time to then get back. So fence 6 just makes me nervous. I don't know why. I don't know that it's because I've got to come down that drop and then try and have a good rhythm to get to it, and last time I didn't ride it very well, so I don't know whether to just take the alternative and try and make the time up, or I just want a confident run. I'm not bothered about the time, to be honest. So then this is number 7. I have walked both courses. I've got my number. I've got like an hour and 15 minutes to get ready, get warmed up and get into my dressage test, but the heavens have opened. I got drenched just walking the course and the ground's already slippy. So why do I wish that I stayed in bed? We are heading round to dressage solo. Lindsay is on her way, but she's like 35 minutes away, so she might get here in the nick of time to record the dressage test, but it's got looks chocker in the warm-up. Don't know why I bothered bathing, because he's had that much of a stress boo that his legs are brown, even though I've cleaned them. So I don't know if I hope so today.
Talk to me, it's what I want the most in my life. They say you're out of my league, but I don't give a damn. No, deep down I know you want it. You wanna take a leap and jump in. You wanna fall in love. You get this feeling, wouldn't it be awesome if you just kiss me slowly and have me in your arms? If I could make you see it, baby, would be something to make the starlight jealous up above. Making you smile, I know I am what you need, and boy you're just my type. Deep down I know you want it. You wanna take a leap and jump in. We're gonna fall in love. You get this feeling, wouldn't it be awesome if you just kiss me slowly and have me in your arms? You make me up, hey, let's go out. When I see you moving, hey, light me up. I love when you groove like that. Hey, could be us, kissing in the moonlight. Hey, I'm guessing if I was your girlfriend.
So dressage warm-up done, and actually given how busy it was in there and we warmed up in the rain, he warmed up really well for me. And then we got down to the ring and he just tensed up on me straight away, and as soon as she rang the bell for me to go in, I rushed down the centre line rather than giving him a minute to compose both of us, and I should have just took a circle at A and then entered. You can see he was a bit tense, he wasn't consistent in the contact, and we were in the ring right next to the show jumping, so the other side of that hedge, and there's a 5-bar gate in the hedge and you can see the show jumping, so it just completely set him off and he just could not concentrate, which then I couldn't concentrate. It was all, yeah, just a little bit carnage, a bit rushed, a bit tense. So we did actually get a 7 for our centre line, and we did get some nice movements here. The majority was 7s and 6s until I forgot my dressage test. So I don't know if it's here. I don't know. I can't remember. I think it's further in the test. This canter, the transition wasn't bad. He was strong. I had very little control. and I did feel like I was fighting with him, but it was travelling. It was better than being backwards, I suppose. But then, yeah, that's not nice. Definitely not how to do a dressage test. And then here, I was like, we need to trot. And again, not pleasant, not a pleasant transition. Just completely unsettled. And by this point, I had no idea where I was going. All Zach could think about was getting out of that ring and getting him back into his happy place where he's not unsettled and not tense. So then I think this is where my first error comes from. So I walk here when it should have actually been a change of rein. That walk of the test actually comes further down, so that should have been continuing in the work and trot, and then change of rein, pick up the canter, blah blah blah. Now I can remember the test now, but I can't remember the test when I'm doing it. So yeah, we head back in and we give it another go, and it wasn't great. So here we are, picking up where we left off in trot, not walk. Change of rein, you can see we cut the corner, and again the contact just isn't consistent. He's just tense and he's above the bridle.
Canter between I and K.
We come round and I think
I
we're
and
asking
K,
for a
canter, and then
a
circle it
canter
in.
transition. And you can see he's not really travelling. His canter is very up rather than travelling. We have an issue where we're breaking the canter. That's what I was just about to say.
Trot at C
Broke the
and then
canter,
walk
so we
at
did unfortunately get a 4 for
H.
that movement, which it is what it is. The downward transition at C to trot was not great. Now I actually thought the walk was the best bit of the test, but I think we scored a 6 for this, saying that he could work better over his back. But this is probably the most relaxed out of the whole test that he was. So given I had very little control for the canter, I didn't think he was going to walk. I thought we were going to fight to get the walk. The upward transition was nice, and then we're back down the centre line for our final centre line and a halt. And was it a good halt? No, could have been better. Lindsay made it. And we bumped into Hannah. Hannah is doing dressage when we're cross country, and so we probably will cross over.
Yeah. But I don't know whether I'll see you in the show jumping.
Who knows? I probably didn't miss a fence as well as forget me test.
Have you walked
Yeah, walked it.
it?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
So our dressage was an absolute shocker. We were in the ring right next to where the show jumping is, and I forgot the test. She beat me, told me where I was going, and then I decided to take a whole lap of the arena, so she beat me again and then carried on with the test, and I couldn't stop. I was going, ooh. So if only you had a GoPro on my face, you would howl laughing. Show jumping is done. A much better round than normal, nice and consistent. We had one issue where he threw his head at me to number 6 and he was bowling on and I just couldn't get him back without really taking a pull, and I didn't want to do that. So we did have number 6, and we had the very final fence of the double. He just went a bit flat through it, but that's the best he's probably jumped through a double. And given we had such a crappy jump through the week, I am so pleased. Today has definitely been a mind over matter thing for me. Everything has just got to me. So now for the fun bit, and we can go cross country, and I'm just going to try and let him bowl on and try and let him pick the strides and the speed, and hopefully we don't get any time faults.
Mum's probably not as out of breath as me. Possibly unfit. Whee! Well done!
We were only like 2 seconds over the time.
Chalky's like, what are you doing? Hey!
He just started me watch. And he'd only just started me counting down for 10. And the time was
Good
what,
boy.
5:15?
Yeah.
5:17. We're on 5:26.
That's good.
So
You powered up that hill.
I was like nearly wetting
He's
myself.
like, I could hear he's galloping. I was like, go Chalky.
Boy. I took the alternative, but the girl
Yeah.
who went before me was stood next to it.
She's like, I will get to the bottom and eat thieves.
I do feel it full for that reason. It's the best bit for him. So cross country was amazing. He was absolutely flying. I did decide to take the alternative route instead of number 6, the box, but that also didn't go very well because there was a girl who was eliminated stood next to the alternative, so I was screaming like, I'm taking the alternative route. So then he kind of stopped and backed off and was like, there's someone there, do you want me to jump? Who basically jumped it on an angle from a standstill. But so proud of him. It was fluent, it was, I think, within the time, I'm not sure. I started my watch early before we were out the start box, and when we stopped the watch it was 9 seconds over, so I think maybe 2 or 3 seconds over, but I could be wrong. But yeah, I am really happy with him. He looked after me and just proves that when you're not feeling your best and your headspace isn't there, you do definitely ride different. So yeah, let's get some food and then get him home. We're back home, we're smiling. Cross country was definitely our strong point today. We even, spoiler, was only 1 second out of the time, which for us, after being like 20-30 seconds, is amazing. So he's just, well, you can't even see him, he's eating some dinner. Frankie's eating some dinner because he's just been schooled, and then the boys are going out. So I was really happy with the show jumping. I felt poles don't bother me. I felt like we had a nice consistent rhythm, which is something that I've been trying for ages. I let him take his own stride. Does that even make sense? I let him pick the stride basically without constantly yanking at him. Leg on, drove him forward, and I was so happy with that. Dressage is just one of them things. It was very harshly marked for 43. We had 6 marks deducted for 1 error, but she's classing it as 2. Long story. So we had 6 marks deducted for that, and then in our second canter, obviously you will have seen, we broke the canter on the circle, so she gave us a 4 for that. But he was just distracted as head was looking to the show jumping, because where our ring was, the show jumping was literally the head, the gate, and you could see the show jumping. So he just wanted to be over there. The tannoy was really loud. We were closest to the tannoy, and yeah, it was just not the best environment for him really. He likes a quiet dressage, if that's even a thing out of Benton. But I definitely think on the cards for winter for us is a lot of combined training and dressage lessons, show jumping lessons, a lot of training over winter, and hopefully next season we will get the dressage. You know, you can't have every phase. It started off a little bit as a disaster, and I was like, oh, here we go, pole after pole, and I thought this is going to be terrible. But it just got really flat and long and like taking me into number 6, and I wasn't prepared to fully go and pull him. The half halt wasn't enough because he was enjoying it, and that's fine. I'd rather that than him being backwards and napping. So it'll all come. I'm really happy. Really wasn't the best day on paper, far from the best day on paper, but he always looks after me and we always have fun. We're always smiling at the end of it. Oh my god, that cross country buzz that he gives me is just amazing. Even if we did take the alternative route, you know, who's anyone trying to impress here? Because all I want to do is enjoy him. I don't really give 2 flying blah-de-blahs what anybody thinks of us or how we do. You know, everyone needs to start supporting people and start being nice instead of all this negativity that I'm seeing all the time. And not about me. If people are talking about me, I have no idea, but I've just seen loads of negative stuff lately, and people need to stop being nice, because clearly people are just enjoying their horses. Like, I enjoy him so much. Whether the dressage was absolutely rubbish, whether we had 2 poles show jumping, who cares, because in my eyes I'm always going to bring the best pony home, and we definitely did that. So I have ordered the full round of the cross country, so I'm hoping I get it quickly, otherwise this is going to be delayed going out, but whatever. Yeah, so he's going out in the field now for the night. I'm going home. Thank you all for watching. Stay tuned for lots to come. We've got some training planned. We've got another event planned. Yeah, so don't forget to subscribe, like and comment, and see you all in the next vlog.